So this is a fun service because I am going to step to the side and let you all take over. How about that? Does that sound like a good plan? Rabbi Holtzman came to me and said, Rabbi Schuldenfrei, in the words of the Talmud, step aside and let the kids lead the service because they're super good. So I am one to listen to Rabbi Holtzman and allow you guys to take over and put smiles on all of their faces. So Shabbat Shalom, and we'll turn things over to Kita Hey, and here we go.
Shabbat Shalom. My name is Becky, and I'm the Kita Hey teacher. We are in for a real treat tonight. At the beginning of the year, I told the kids, you're going to be leading an entire Friday night service. And literally, the first thing someone said is, I'm going to be sick that day. Another child said, I think we're out of town. I have 8 kids, and I have all 8 behind me. This is not a performance. This is an opportunity for our children to lead us in prayer. They're going to be giving you their kavanot, their intentions for each prayer, and they want you to sing. I want to be able to hear you. I'll be making sure you can hear them. So please, we're going to have them stand up and let them take over. Can we lower it? Take this. You can hold it.
Yishmechu Hashamayim is about happiness. Nature is happy. We sing this so that we feel happy on Shabbat, and it reminds us to listen to nature around us. Please join us as we sing together Yishmechu Hashamayim on page 14.
Good job.
Yismechu Hashamayim, Hashamayim. Yismechu Hashamayim, Hashamayim. Yismechu Hashamayim, V'tagel haaretz. Yismechu Hashamayim, Hashamayim. Yismechu Hashamayim, Hashamayim. Yismechu Hashamayim, V'tagel haaretz. Yiram hayam, Yiram hayam, Yiram hayam, Umelo o. 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 Yismechu Hashamayim, Hashamayim. Yismechu Hashamayim, Hashamayim. Yismechu Hashamayim, V'tagel haaretz.
Ya'ala sadai b'cho asher bo az yiranenu kol yatze ya'alif ne'adonai kiva kiva lishpot ha'aretz yishpot tevel b'tzedek ve'yamim b'emunato.
Romamu tells us to go out and stick with your religion and our God. Even if you don't believe in God, you should go out and pray. You can also meditate, which is another way of praying. Please meditate, sing, and pray however it is meaning to you, and join us singing this really fun tune to Romamu, which is one of our class's favorite songs on page 20.
Romemu Adonai Eloheinu ve'ishtachavu le'ar kodsho. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu ve'ishtachavu le'ar kodsho.
This next pair is an acrostic poem that was written by Shlomo Halevi, who lived a long time ago. He reminded us that Shabbat is like a bride. And we greet the Shabbat as if she were actually a bride. That's one of the reasons at the end we bow to welcome the Shabbat bride here. Our class really enjoys singing the Lahado D, and we hope you will have fun singing it with us on page 23. We will do the last verse together. Also, we were still learning the verses, so please slow down with us so we can get all the words.
The first and last verse.
Hadodi, likra kala, pene Shabbat ne Kabbalat, Hadodi, likra kala, pene Shabbat ne Kabbalat, Hadodi, likra kala, pene Shabbat ne Kabbalat, Hadodi, likra kala. Shabbat nekabela, Shamor bezahor, bedibor echad, Ishmiyanu Elohim echad, Adonai echad, Ushemo echad, Leshem utiferet veliti Likra kala, pene Shabbat nekabela,
Say please rise, face the door.
pene Shabbat nekabela.
Please rise and face the door.
Ready? Let's give them a chance.
Shalom, Ateret Bala, Gam Besimcha, Uvesohola, Tov Emei, Am Segula, Boli Chala, Hadodi, Likra Kala. Pene Shabbat nekabela, hadodi, likra kala. Pene Shabbat nekabela, hadodi, likra kala. Pene Shabbat nekabela, hadodi, likra kala. Pene Shabbat nekabela.
They want us using this one because it's a better mic.
Oh, okay. When I studied Sadiq Kadimar, I noticed it's a prayer about the righteous and how they live well. The righteous are wealthy because they give back to their community. This prayer also talks about the cedar trees of Lebanon and the dates and date trees. Cedars are very abundant in Lebanon, so I can imagine why it's in there. A lot of people like date palms, which is pretty ironic that I got to introduce this prayer because I do not like dates at all. Remember, the righteous people live well and prosper because their hearts remain in God's courtyards. Please join us in this dancing song, but we won't dance during this song, on page 28.
Sadiq Kadimar Yifrach, Sadiq Kadimar Yifrach. Woo! Sadiq Kadimar Yifrach, Sadiq Kadimar Yifrach. Woo! Eretz Bavanon Yizkei, 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 Eretz Bavanon Yizkei.
A little faster, ready?
Sadiq Kadamar Yifrach Yifrach Sadiq Kadamar Yifrach Woo Sadiq Kadamar Yifrach Yifrach Sadiq Kadamar Yifrach Woo Eretz Baba no Nizke Eretz Baba no Nizke Eretz Baba no Nizke Yizke Eretz Baba no Nizke Eretz Baba no Nizke Eretz Baba no Nizke Yizke.
Hire me to be your assistant. Okay. I was just telling River that when he takes my job, that he should hire me at least to like be his assistant or something like that. You know, I got 3 mouths to feed at home, okay? So the reason I think that in Israel that the biblical poetry is a dance is because it's understood, and this is actually the whole goal of JLC, is that you dance Judaism. That's what we want for you. Like, more important than any of the words that you can learn is the message that we hope that Judaism is like a dance in your heart and in your soul. And some dances are slow and sad but comforting. And some dances are upbeat and fun and passionate. But dances always speak to the human emotion. And our hope is more than anything that you feel your best self when you're here at a .rel and when you're around Jewish community. So thank you so much for reminding me of that important lesson, of that important dance of Judaism as we sang Tzaddik Katamar. And now we're going to invite the entire community to please rise as we welcome Shabbat by making the bracha, by making the blessing over the candles. Who wants the microphone?
So sorry? Parents, you want to let Rachel? Rachel, you want to do it? Come do it together. So those who don't know, she's kind of shy. Rachel is my assistant and is amazing. So. You guys can come closer. We don't bite hard. Okay, ready? Which melody do you want me to do? Oh gosh, am I just going? Ya la 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 la, 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 ya la 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 la. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam Asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav Vetzivanu lehadlik ner Vetzivanu lehadlik ner Vetzivanu lehadlik ner Shel Shabbat. Shabbat shalom, everybody. Yeah.
Okay. Actually, can you all come and sit over here for a second? Is that all right? Come and sit over here. We can all be seated. Here, you guys come over here. Here, sit right over there. I'll sit down with you. So here's my question. How many of you in your homes, how do you do the afikomen? Do you remember what the afikomen is? Can someone remind us what the afikomen is?
It's a piece of matzah, well, half a piece of matzah, that is then wrapped in a cloth or something and then hidden in the house. And somehow, in our house, the afikomen literally disappears into thin air, and then literally reappears in the most random spot.
It disappears into thin air. Now, how many of you do the kids hide the afikomen and the parents look for it? No? That's the best way to avoid violence, when the parents look for it. Okay, and then in how many houses, because sometimes we do that, our kids hide the afikomen, and then we have to go and they're like warmer, like that kind of thing. So in your house, you have to find the afikomen. Now, what happens if you don't find the afikomen? Then you don't get a prize. Someone said that, all right, you don't get a prize. You're out of luck. You don't get a prize. Then someone got pushed for nothing, exactly. Do you know that according to Jewish law, if you don't find the afikomen and eat the afikomen, guess what? The Seder never ends. In other words, in order to end your Passover service, you need the afikomen. And guess what? That's why you get a prize. It's bribery. Your parents are thinking, my gosh, grandma and grandpa or our religious uncles going on, and this thing is taking forever. We need to end this service. We need to pay with a prize for the afikomen so we can all go to sleep because we're tired. And the afikomen is supposed to, moms and dads and grandmas and grandpas out there, the afikomen is the last thing that you eat on Passover. And if there's one thing that you do on Passover, I don't care how super duper kosher you make your house, but I'm going to ask you to do one thing on Passover. Make the afikomen the last thing that you eat that night before you brush your teeth. Not the beautiful chocolate cakes, eat that, but then eat the afikomen. Not the great dessert that your Aunt Florence brought, eat that, but then eat the afikomen. Make the afikomen the last thing, and the reason that the afikomen, why do you think the afikomen is needed to end the Seder? And the afikomen is supposed to be the last thing that you eat in the evening. Any ideas on why you think? Why do you think? Why end the night with the afikomen? I'm gonna fill you in on this. Raise your hand. Here, everyone turn and face. Oh, you want to go? Go ahead. Yeah, what do you think about the afikomen? Here.
Because if it's late, then your parents can force you to, we're not giving you money because it's late. So if it's late, then the parents don't want to give you money.
Okay, good. Right, so it could be a way for your parents to save money so they can afford to send you to college. Yes. But there's actually a different idea, a spiritual idea, and it has to do with the taste of matzah. Let me give you another Passover secret, guys. Matzah tastes terrible. Matzah is disgusting. And guess what? Matzah is supposed to taste terrible. You know why? Because, and this is a serious point, moms and dads, matzah is called the bread of affliction. And the reason it's the last, or the bread of the poor, or the bread of the hurting, or the broken piece of the bread of the poor. Because matzah, the reason that we eat matzah is because everything that we experience on Passover is a dichotomy. It's a binary between freedom and celebration and slavery and oppression. And then the last message of the night is the afikomen, which reminds us to take the beautiful freedoms that we enjoy and to make sure that we understand that despite that, there's still brokenness in the world. So we leave the Seder with the afikomen, the taste of the afikomen in our mouths, to remind us that as we have experienced freedom, it's our obligation to bring that same beautiful taste of freedom to the entire world. And that's my prayer and wish for you on Passover, that we can all take the taste of the afikomen, the taste of affliction, oppression, and pain, and get rid of it for the entire world. Chag Sameach, happy Passover. Okay, we are going to continue with the Baruch Hu, our call to, are you guys going to lead this one too? All right, get back up there. Hurry up. Come on, get to work. Let's go with the Baruch Hu. This to you.
Yeah, Eli, you want to introduce him, dude? Here.
Sure, yeah, just
Here's your cool mic.
The Baruch Hu reminds us it's time to pray. Up until now, all of the prayers before now have been a warm-up, getting us ready for the real prayers. This has a special meaning because it's the beginning of something really special, which is all of the real prayers. Please rise and face east as we chant the Baruch Hu, as we chant together the Baruch Hu on page 39a.
When I looked at this prayer, I noticed the word meditate. It means focusing and zoning out to your own world to reset yourself to a better mood. It also allows us to get back on the right track. We want to invite all the kids to come up to the front and join us as we sing and dance to Ki Hem Hayenu on page 40.
All right, everybody go up. We need everybody to find a partner. If you have a kid, all the kids come up, especially if you've been in my class before, I expect you up here. No, they'll do it. Whoops.
We're at the bottom of page 40. Everyone take a breath. Ve'avatecha al tasir mimenu le'olamim, Baruch ata Adonai, Ohev amo Yisrael.
All right, everybody stand up.
The Ve'ahavta reminds us that you should always love Adonai with all you have. Some ways to honor Adonai are to teach your children and say the words of the Shema when you lie down and when you rise up. We also put a mezuzah on our doorposts with the Shema written inside of it. One of my favorite mezuzahs in my house is one with a stained glass and a pretty iron shin on the front. It looks really special when the sun shines on it and the shin sparkles. The light goes through the stained glass and you can see the scroll with the Shema. I hope that this image of the sun shining onto the mezuzah opens your heart and allows you to listen to God. The Shema and Ve'ahavta can be found on page 41.
Ready, you guys? Cover your eyes. Ready? All right, ready? Continue silently.
Our next prayer is about how God was so powerful and good that God was able to make a difference for the better of the Jewish people. This prayer is especially important as Passover is so close, and it reminds us to be thankful for our ancestors and the hardships they have experienced. We should also be thankful for our freedom and pray for everyone to be free too. Please join us as we sing Mi Hamoha on page 44.
Yam bam bam bim bim bam, yam bam bam bim bam, yam bam bam bim bim bam, yam bam bam bim bam. Ay 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 ay, yam bam bam bim bam. Ay 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 ay, yam bam bam bim bam. Mi hamocha va'elim Adonai, mi hamocha nedar b'kodesh, Torah tehilot osef eleh, Torah tehilot osef eleh.
ונאמר כי פדרנה את יעקב יגלוד ביד חזק ממנו ברוך אתה אדוני גאל ישראל. I have no one to blame but myself for that key.
Hashkivenu is about all of us being able to have an unharmed night's sleep and a peaceful awakening. I remember on Yom Kippur, I would go to one of my grandfather's synagogues, and he and my mom would sing this prayer together. One of them would start singing, and then the other one would start, creating a round. They would end up together at the end. It was so beautiful as they sang. It made me feel happy and warm inside. I hope that you can all have this feeling as well as we join together in Hashkivenu on page 45.
Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom v'hamidenu malkeinu l'shayim. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom v'hamidenu malkeinu l'chayim. Ready? Ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha. Ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom v'hamidenu malkeinu l'shayim. Where are we? Ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha baruch ata Adonai hapore sukat shalom aleinu ve'akol amo Yisrael ve'al Yerushalayim. All right, who's got the sharpener? I don't have it in front of me anymore. Daniel?
The prayer of Shamru talks about how Adonai created the earth in 6 days and rested on the seventh, and tells us that we should take a break on the seventh day. The people of Israel should observe Shabbat and pass the tradition down through generations. Shabbat is a sign that we should honor God and the creation of the earth. Please join us as we sing V'Shamru together on page 46. Please rise.
V'shamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat le'toratam be'ritolah. V'shamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat Shabbos la'asot et ha-Shabbat le'toratam be'ritolah. Where are we? Beini uvein b'nei Yisrael oti
Yitkada v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah. V'yamad divrach yirtei v'yamlich malchutei b'chai echad v'yom echad uv'chai dechol Beit Yisrael. Bagala, bagala, ubizban kari v'maru. Yehi shmei Rabbah mevarach le'olam ulam me'amaya yitbarach yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh v'yitada v'yitale v'yitalal shmei dekudusha le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata Damirad ve'alma v'meru.
How many of you have experienced drama at school? Drama at school. Oh yeah, all of you. All right. How many, and we're not going to ask what happened, but how many of you have experienced drama at home? Yeah, probably all of us, right? There's drama at school. There's drama at home. There's drama all around us. And sometimes, in fact, often, the best way to deal with drama is to step away from it in order that we can better understand it and then decide how to approach it. In other words, when we have problems, if we step away for a second, we think about how we want to approach it, and then we come back to it, we're often better served. Because too often we're like in the middle of act the best way that we can act, or we don't realize how important something is. We're not serious enough when we need to be serious, and we're not loving enough when we need to be loving, or we're not silly enough when it's time to be silly. And so that's why we begin the Amidah with sort of like what I call, it's like a drama dance. Okay, here's what it does. You say, Adonai sifatai tiftach. You step away. And then, right before the most important prayer that we're going to make, which is the silent prayer, the prayer of your own heart, where you think about all the things in your life that are going great and also the things that are not going as well as you hoped. So before you say it, you step away, Adonai sifatai tiftach. And then, when you gain a perspective of what's going on, and you realize what's truly important, you step forward, Ufi yagi tehilatecha. I call it the Jewish three-step. It's also the only dance that I'm able to do. I've been trying to learn the electric slide for years. It just doesn't work with me. Okay. But the Jewish three-step is an important dance because it shows you how to pray the Amidah, how to pray the prayers of your heart, but also how to deal with life. So let's face the ark. Oh, and we're going to have Eli a chance to add some words to it, of course. And before we daven Adonai sifatai tiftach. Eli, b'vakasha.
You're right here. I know. Okay, step forward.
Our next prayer is all about you saying, God, open my lips so I can praise you. You can use this time to prepare yourself for the main prayer, the Amidah, the standing prayer. This prayer is special because it leads into a very important part of our service. Please get into the mood of praying either what's written in the Siddur or what's in your heart on page 47. When you have finished your prayers, you may be seated.
we just sang?
So you're going to start here, yeah.
We just sang Oseh Shalom. This prayer is how we hope that God brings peace to earth and Israel. This is especially true now where we need less war. And let's just chill. Like, stop. We don't need to invade anybody. Don't need to bomb anybody. Just stop. Next, we will be doing the Kiddush. This is a prayer to bless the wine. I like this because I get to drink grape juice. I do think it's interesting that it says we should drink the fruit of the vine. Why did it choose grapes and not tomatoes? Although I'm thankful it's grapes and not tomatoes. I like grape juice more than tomato juice. It's good.
All right, you guys ready? Yeah. David, you're going to help lead us?
All right, everyone, please rise.
You want to help lead us?
What page?
Oh, I forgot to put that. I'm so sorry. Hey, you guys, it's on page 55.
Oh, this way.
We love page.
Can we try to? It's on page 55.
Page 55. We love page 55.
You ready? Yeah, David, go ahead and start us. David, go ahead and start us.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, Borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabakot shot v'havav ratzon kilanu zikaron. Savor Ki hu yom tiv. I can't do the high song. Mikro kodesh. Zecher etzi of Mitzrayim. Ki vanu havartav. V'yotanu ki dashav. Mikol. Echab. Ve'avavratzon mikatanu Baruch atah Adonai Mekadesh HaShabbat. Oh my God, I could not do that.
Very nice. Where did the Kiddush? Where's the list? Oh, there it is. Thank you. Oh, yeah, why don't you mention that?
Shabbat Shalom, everyone. First of all, I want to give a huge Yasher Koach. Can we say Yasher Koach? Yasher Koach to Kita Hey and to their teacher Mora Becky and to their Madrecha Rachel. Yes, give them a round of applause. They have a few more things that they're doing, but I wanted to give some acknowledgement. They've been working so hard, really like almost the entire year since the first day on this, and you can see that they've done a fantastic job. This year, we have a new program called Mensch of the Month. All right, everyone say, woohoo! All right, and we have 2 mensches that we are going to mention today and bring them up. So our first mensch, can I get a drum roll, please? Brixton Stern, mensch of the month. Let's give him a round of applause. Come on up, Brixton. All right. And as mensch of the month, they get a Menchie's gift card. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Congratulations. High five. Oh, yeah. Let's pick these up. Awesome. All right. And our second mensch of the month, let's get a drum roll, please, is Layla Maloney. Woohoo! Congratulations. Can I high five? Awesome. All right, can we get a round of applause for our mensches of the month? Wonderful, wonderful. And we will conclude our service momentarily.
So at the end of the service, before we conclude, we always remember people who are still alive, but alive in our hearts. And so this week, as a congregational community, we mourn the passing of Maria Blumberg, and we continue to observe the Shloshim, the 30 days since the passing of Kimba Friedman, Dr. Joseph Sandler, and Helen Friedman. And in the coming week, we'll observe the yurtzites of Andrea Berman, Julius Josephsberg, Darren Russell, Sean Sidney Wiggins, David Aronoff, Dora Becker, Harold Copans, Charles Greenbaum, Mary Mars, Helen Nabel, Gertrude Papkin, David Prezer, S. David Rosenzweig, Chaim Rotenberg, Solomon Siegel, Saul Taylor, Ruth Bernhardt, Ari Brumberg, James Gerber, Philip Gunsberg, Lena Gittig, David Goodman, Esther Kafton, Shirley Kikov, Herman Liu, Rose Olin, Woodrow Perlman, Walter Reichheimer, Eric Small, Ida Staub, Ida Turk, Vonda England, Florence Fracht, Lilia Ginsberg, Jacob Goodstein, Shifre Levine, Leonard Shapansky, Alicia Sharvit, Elizabeth Binder, Richard Fields, Mildred Lurie, Faye Sills, Barney Bernhard, Lillian Bloom, Celia Godfrey, Rosie Goldstein Rappaport, Minnie Schwartz, Marvin Slavic, Deborah Altman, Yitzhak Aronoff, Hai Cohen, Eugenia Friedman, Benjamin Gervis, Lila Libby Stumacher Shine, Martin Shapiro, Gus Simon, Jonathan Tobin, Daniel Wagner, Clara Wise, Betty Welsh, and David Zerner. Is there anyone else observing a yurtzeit or thinking of someone who I did not mention? Isker Hyman. Okay. Anyone else? Ruth Hoish. Okay. At this point, we'd like to ask those of you who are mourning or observing a yurtzeit to please rise as we sanctify God's name with the words of Mourner's Kaddish on page 58. Yit gadal v'yit kadash shemei rabbah bi'alma divra kirutev yamlich malchute b'chayechon uv'yameachon uv'chaye dechol beit Yisrael ba'agala uvizman kari v'imru amen. Yehi shmei rabba mevorach le'olam omei olmaya yit barach v'yishtabach v'yit pa'ar v'yit romam v'yit naseh v'yitadar v'yitalev v'yitalal shemei dekudisha b'richu le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata damiran bi'alma v'imru amen. Yehi shlama rabba min shemaya v'chaim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. O say shalom bimrumav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'al kol yoshvei tevel, v'imru amen. And may the memories of our loved ones be a source of comfort and blessing. And let us all say, amen. Did we do? Oh, we didn't do it yet. Okay, so River, I went out of order, but River, you're going to get us back on track, okay, before you're named Senior Rabbi. There you go.
The Aleinu is basically a worship to God. The Aleinu is basically a worship to God. It says that there is only one God, and we will worship God forever and ever. Something interesting is the length of the prayer. The prayer is a little bit repetitive and emphasizes how there is only one God who rules over us until the end of time. Please go back to page 56. This is the hardest prayer that we learned this year, so please go slowly with us.
All right. Somebody grab your seat or aid. Oh, please rise.
Please rise.
Okay, you guys grab your seat or face the ark. You guys can share. Ready? Ready, you guys ready? Grab your seat or.
Shalom,
Ushchina tuzo, begav hemeromi. Hu Eloheinu enod, emet malkeinu efesulato, kakatu betorato, ve'adataya, ve'atatavota, ve'hashavota, elevavecha, ki Adonai hua Elohim, b'shamayim b'ma'al, ve'aretz mitachat enod. Okay, guys, turn the page. Turn the page. Give them a choose. Next page. At the bottom, Kakatu betorata, Adonai
I just want to once again acknowledge the extraordinary work of Becky Kabacher in orchestrating this entire service, this entire tefillah. And I just want to say that Becky does this. It's a labor of love, which I think is very clear. And that we're so proud that Becky is the Kita Hey teacher, that as the students are developing, they see their B'nai Mitzvah on the horizon, and as they see the B'nai Mitzvah on the horizon and are Becky helps them understand the prayers and the traditions with a deeper understanding, and I think that's really just such a blessing. And they see the love in her heart as well. So we want to thank Becky. We're going to conclude. I was going to say something about Hatikva, but it seems like they want to say this is, of course, they've got something well planned. So here we go. All right, here. I'm going to get out of the way.
So part of our study of unit this year has been Israel. Yeah, that's been interesting, teaching that this year. But we did look at the Hatikva prayer, the Hatikva national anthem. And this is the kids' interpretation of each line, and we hope that it will help inspire you as we sing together. So if everybody could please stand and face the flag, except my kids, so they can inspire you.
I just want to let everyone know that this, the Hatikva, which is a poem that was written at the end of the 19th century, when there was a lot of struggle in Israel, just like there is now. And so the Hatikva is not a description of what is, but it's a dream of what can become. And that's what we hope, that Israel can, God willing, be a place of beauty, continue to be a place of beauty, and continue to be a place of blessing, and God willing, one day live in peace. And we're going to sing now Hatikva.
Kol od balevav penima, nefesh Yehudi homiya, uvate mizrach kadima, ayin letzion.
Hatikva bat shnot apayim liot choshi be'artzeinu Eretz Zion v'Yerushalayim liot choshi be'artzeinu Eretz Zion v'Yerushalayim.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone. If you forgot to RSVP for the dinner, we'd like to hopefully we'll make room. There's always room at a Jewish table. We'll just ask you to kind of like hang back to let the people who reserved the dinner to go first. But we'd certainly like to invite you. And then also for those of you, there's a community Seder the first night of Passover, as well as a jammies and jeans, which is like for like jeans and like that, like a little bit younger than this. But if you guys wanted to come hang out with us for jammies and jeans, you can lead it, and I can go home early. Okay, we're gonna make hamotzi.
You guys ready?
Amen. Shabbat Shalom. Friday afternoon.